Ayan. And I am live. Okay. I another go live at nighttime. Okay. Figured I'd do another go live before I go to bed, or actually before I start reading my book. But good evening, everyone. It is evening here in Hawaii. It's around 8:40 in the evening. I just couldn't help it but to do another go live just because I've been thinking about this legacy. And so my title is What is Legacy to You? So when you hear the word legacy, what comes to your mind? I think people would be thinking money, right? Properties, um, maybe something about being rich, diba mayaman, or something that you can pass on, or perhaps a legacy would be something that people can remember you by, diba? So today, during our strategy call, and oh yes, it was a great strategy call. Shout out to Coach Franco. Thank you for doing the coach call with Miss Anita from Las Vegas. Let me just check my Facebook real quick. Okay, so that topic was actually brought up today, and it's about legacy. And honestly, I realized that we don't bring this topic up enough in our Go Lives. So tonight, I'm here to talk about legacy in two different ways. I would say it's real simple heart level conversation about it. Usually, I am more lively pag may kasama ako nag-go live, but today it's more of like educational per se, and to tell you more, a little bit more about the business. Speaking of business, my name is Rina from Hawaii. For those who do not know me, I am a Navy veteran, a mom of two boys, a full-time registered nurse, and a proud digital business owner. Again, so before I dive in, let me quickly answer a maybe a question I got in my inbox today, and it's Miss Marie. I will share this go live and I will tag you, and that way you can watch this. So hopefully you'll watch it, Miss Marie. Yes, I sent you some videos already and tagged you also in a few posts so you can get a clearer picture of what this business is. And to answer your question, if we sell any products, no, we don't. And that's what one of the things I love about this business, because we don't sell any products. However, comma, you have actually now you have a choice whether you want to or not, but I prefer not to, just because I am a very introverted person. Well, let's just say maybe I was still I still am introverted in a way, but now I'm more, let's just say I'm more outgoing. Have now I now have more confidence per se. Okay, not to say that I was not confident before, but that's a different story. But I considered myself as introverted, and I still am. I still am shy at times, but I have evolved. Let's just say that. So, yes, that's why I love this business, because I don't have to sell anything, whether in person or online. No product parties or those demos, no stuck in the garage. You don't have to pile up things in your garage, or no traveling with boxes. So this business is digital. It's automated, and it teaches attraction marketing, meaning people will come to you instead of you going to people. Okay, so going back to our topic. Now that's cleared up, let's go back to legacy. Okay, so what does legacy really mean? When people hear legacy, they think of big things like cars, houses, and perhaps business you pass on. That's where I'm going with this. So, when we had the strategy call this morning, this business is more than just a business. And this is one of the many reasons why people stay in this business, okay? Because it's a business you can pass on to your family, seven generations down, not just one, seven generations down. So think of it as in Tagalog, it's like pamana. You can pass it on. It's a business, you can pass it on. So instead of building a physical business that you pass on to your family, you're building an online business that you can pass on to up to seven generations. Imagine that, seven generations. In Tagalog, it's like apo ng apo ng apo ng tuhod, whatever. However many grandchildren or grandchildren you can have. So that's the beauty of this business, and that's one of the many reasons, like I said, why people stay in this business. Yes, some people will say, well, I have a life insurance. But think of it this way, that life insurance can only last for a few years. And that life insurance, they can only get it when you die. That's the difference. When you die, they'll get your life insurance. But this business, you can pass it on to your family. Okay, so the other part of this, so hopefully that clears up a little bit. That gives you a little bit info about legacy when we talk about legacy in our business. I'm also going to tackle on personal part of this, right? Because from my own experience, this business, like I said, it's more than just a business. I have transformed in so many ways, and I talk about this all the time. One of the things that I love about this business is my transformation when it comes to faith and spiritual, personal, what else? Emotional, all the good stuff. Okay, so to me, legacy is something deeper for me, something that the story that our kids will remember, the choices that we make today that our future family benefits from. Meaning, for me, I wanted time when I started this business. When I started it, it wasn't really, to tell you honestly, I wasn't even thinking of money. I just wanted time because I lost time with my parents. They passed away back to back. And then I realized that, I needed time. I cannot bring back the time with my parents, but at least I can make time for my future grandchildren because I want to have grandchildren and I want to be there for them. So those are the things. And the other thing, legacy, is the cycles that we break so that next generation doesn't suffer the same way. We are blessed. I am blessed with having a job and all that, but I still have families in the Philippines that I want to help. But sometimes it's hard for me to help because I have my own family here. I have my own bills. So this is also why I am doing this business so I can have extra money and that way I can help them out because life in the Philippines is getting harder and harder, and so it is to here too in the US, anywhere actually in the world. Life is getting harder and harder. And as much as I would love to help them, to support them every month, I know a lot of Filipinos do that. It's just that sometimes it's hard. And so this is one of my ways to have an extra income. In that way, I can help them out. And so I wanted to break that cycle. I am also wanting to build a business for them, and slowly I will help them build it because this is online, so they can do this anywhere in the world. I don't have to start a physical business. We don't have to open up a business. We don't have to rent a place. It's all online. Okay, and then the other legacy is the courage to say it ends with me and it begins with me. So that's kind of deep, right? It's for me when I read this, it's basically trying to get rid of all my fears, trying to get rid of all my negative beliefs, like self doubts and all that. And it all begins with me. So it ends when I get rid of all those, and it begins when I start to see things in a different way. So legacy to me is who you become, not what you leave behind, you know? And then legacy also for me is it became real when I became a mom. And even more real, oh, let me go back. When I became a mom, that's when I realized how hard it is to be a parent. And I pretty much kind of understood my parents, especially my mom. And legacy felt even more real when I lost both my mom and my dad. Um, I didn't want this to be sad, but I'm just going to skip that part. But when I lost them back to back, it really made me ask, um, what am I doing with my life? Um, what am I building? I wasn't. I was just living. I was just surviving. I was just waiting to retire. Um, it also made me ask, what will my boys, my kids remember? And here it is, am I living or just surviving? Um, so those are the things like, you never, how would I explain this? You only realize things. It's sad to say, but it's true that sometimes we realize things when bad things happen in our lives. Because when everything is heaven, everything is good, we don't realize. Oh, hi, Ate Lucila. I'm almost to the end, but I am talking about legacy. What we can, what is legacy in terms of our business, and what is legacy for me? So for me, legacy is more than just money, more than just things that we can pass on to our kids. And what I'm talking about here is I didn't realize all the things in life until my mom and dad passed away back to back. It made me ask, what am I doing in this world? What will my kids remember? Am I living or just surviving? And coming from a simple childhood in the Philippines, um, I realized here when I became a nurse and we were doing well in our lives, I realized I didn't just want to make money. I wanted to build something that gives my family time, more time with them, freedom, options. We can't even travel as much as we want because we work. We only have so many hours, so many vacation hours from our job. And then we have to ask permission to go on a vacation. How many of you right now, especially the nurses, if you're watching still yet, how many of you are being told when you ask for a vacation, you can only take Christmas, not New Year's? Because the other people will take the New Year's if you take Christmas. And for other people, it's seniority too. Whoever is more senior will get the first pick. So those are the things that I am realizing after I started this business. Okay, so how will I connect this business to legacy? I already talked about it a while ago that this is something that we can pass on 7 generations down, and that is something that is not offered anywhere else. I think, as far as I know, this digital business, this online business, this community helped me build that, not just financially, but mentally and spiritually. Ati Lucila is one of those people that is part of this community that helps other people. Okay, so this digital business, it teaches you how to build something that keeps growing even when life gets busy. I started this business a couple years ago, and I'm seeing it grow. And I am proud to say that I just reached my fourth milestone. this week. And that is awesome. Started from, imagine this, it started from being in second milestone. Now I'm in my fourth milestone. What does that mean? More commissions. Yes, Ate, we did not build this business not just because of money. It's the legacy we can leave behind. And I talked about it a while ago. Like some people will probably say, well, I have life insurance for my kids. That life insurance is not going to last for too long. Let's just pretend you have 200,000 life insurance for them. How much, I mean, how long will that last? This business can last forever until they want it. Because this business that we are in have been here for more than 50 years. 50. So, and then the other thing about this business is it helps you create time freedom. So you're not treated like a robot by the schedule. Like I said a while ago, if you're an employee, you cannot control your hours. You are a, I always use this word, you're a hostage of your job because they dictate your hours, they dictate your job, dictates your break, your job dictates your vacation, ano pa, who you work with. You cannot pick who you work with because you're an employee. That's the other thing too. You don't have a choice. Okay, the other one, it allows you to spend more time, more meaningful moments with your family because it's automated. It's so automated you don't have to watch it because it works for you 24 hours a day. You'll hear this a lot from all of us business owners because that is the truth. It works for you 24 hours a day. Like we would be waking up, you will see all of our posts, any of the business owners out there, we will be waking up and we'll be greeted by someone just joined or someone just started the business with you. So it is an awesome, awesome system that we have. Okay, it builds confidence, mindset, and purpose. Things money alone cannot give. And that's what I said a while ago. This business is more than just a business to me because it has changed me, it has transformed me. And I tell people this, I, the old Rena is gone. Totally 365. 365 or 360? 360. Like literally 360. I am a different person now. The mindset is a big thing to me. Like I have never known about mindset before, to tell you honestly, to be honest with you. What the bleep is mindset? That's what I used to say. But now I live it and it has helped me a lot. And then purpose. I was talking to someone the other day about this, and I actually used to call it midlife crisis. When you turn 40, sometimes you get to this thought, and I was like, when I was in Illinois, I was like, is this it for me? I thought I was having a midlife crisis. So I was like, is this it for me? Like, all I'm doing is work, being a mom. That's it. And I was a nurse. And I was not fulfilled with what I was doing as a nurse back then. And there's no fulfillment. And I felt like I had no purpose. But at that time, I wasn't also close to God. So I didn't really have that, um, kumbaga, I wasn't complete. I felt like there was an emptiness in me. And now I realize it was God. But back then, I was like, there's something missing in my life, but I didn't know what it was. So a little note about that. I now call midlife crisis as midlife chrysalis. I'm gonna make that another goal like next time. And then the last one, it becomes something that changes your family's story long term. Again, that comes down to that legacy I was talking about. It's something that you can pass on to your children, to your grandchildren, to your great grandchildren, to your great great grandchildren. You get it, up to 7 generations or down to 7 generations. So I'm going to end it with this: legacy is not created by chance, It's created by um, intentional actions. All right, Ate Lucila, thank you for joining me. It's even those 10-15 minute pockets of times, you can use them. So tonight, I want you to reflect. What kind of legacy do you want to build? What story do you want your kids, or your future grandchildren to tell? What cycle ends with you? Are you just going to keep living the same way over and over and over again? Home, work, home, repeat? And what new blessing begins with you? All right, so if you're curious about this business, message me. I can send you some videos, the same webinar that I watched before I started this business, and that's where everything began. Okay. Inspirational quote courtesy of ChatGPT. Legacy is built in the small choices no one sees. You don't need a big beginning to create a powerful ending. All right. All right. Mahalo. Thank you. Salamat po. And thank you po sa nanonood and to whoever is going to watch this replay. All right. Good night.